What's going on, you guys? Frost here, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, we'll be talking a guide and gameplay for Jayce. Someone requested it, so I'm doing it right now. He's one of my top laners. I could play in mid lane as well if I wanted to, but yeah. This is the rune page I use on Jayce. I go for 4 attack damage reds, 5 lethality reds, then flat armor seals, flat magic resist glyphs, and 2 attack speed and 1 attack damage quint. The reason I have this page set up like this is because it gives you a lot of early game power. The attack speed is really useful in the quints as well, getting your auto attacks off faster. And just lethality is great for scaling, especially with the build. It really scales well with Jayce. And then just a little bit of attack damage here and there to get more damage in the early game to help you out. If you're playing against a magic opponent, you want to switch out these armor ones for the scaling health ones. That would help you out way more. But overall, that's the rune page. Now, for the mastery page, I take sorcery for increased ability damage because Jayce does a lot of damage from his abilities. Then feast for a little bit of extra sustain. You could also take fresh blood if you want. It's gonna up your burst a little bit, but I don't find it that useful. I much prefer the sustain. Then vampirism, again, more sustain. Double-edged sword, you deal a lot of extra damage in the early game with this, and that's gonna like allow you to get some kills on certain people. So that's why I go for that. Then there is, let me just take this out real quick. Against tanks, this is what you want to do. So you continue this with Armor Pen and Fervor of Battle. Against tanky opponents in the top lane, like Nautilus, like Maokai, Darius even, those types of champions, you want to pick up Battering Blows into Fervor of Battle. Fervor of Battle against tanky champions is really strong because you can get a lot of auto attacks off on them, and if you switch to melee form with the ranged form's W, so the increased attack speed, you jump on him, you auto attack really fast, and you will have an instantly max stacked Fervor of Battle, which will turn into a lot of extra damage, and it's gonna give you a lot of extra burst. Against squishy champions, this isn't useful because you're gonna most likely kill them before Fervor of Battle starts to kick in. But against more tanky champions, they can actually take a lot of your auto attacks and try to sustain fight you. Fervor is a way better choice. So in those situations, I would take Fervor on Jayce, usually. Now, here I take Savagery, just to help you last hit, honestly. Like, this isn't that useful. Overall best choice. I take Secret Stash to increase my potions, so I get more health from them. Also, I get cookies. Usually against, like, melee matchups, I start with a Doran's Blade and a health potion, which will turn into a cookie with this. Against ranged matchup, I start Longsword with the refillable potion. That still could be useful, but usually you can go for Assassin then if you want. Now, meditation, I would much prefer the extra mana regen instead of the Merciless. This overall helps me out more because Jayce is... It takes quite a lot of mana to do his burst combos, so having this extra mana regen is going to help you out quite a lot. You don't really need the Merciless. The extra damage here is not that useful on Jayce. You already have plenty of burst damage to go around, so yeah. That's why I take that. And then I take Dangerous Game. It's overall the best choice in my opinion. You could go for the Greenfather's Gift as well if you want to go for like burst combos from brushes and stuff like that. But overall I found Dangerous Game to be more useful because if you one-shot someone, you're gonna get some health and mana back, which is gonna be useful in like surviving and stuff. Fights in the top lane are gonna be close, so that's why I take that. Now, for the other page, against more squishy champions, I pick this up. I go for Stormraider Surge with Precision. This gives you extra lethality. It's going to give you extra burst. And then Stormraider Surge is going to give you a massive amount of movement speed when you hit, like... Against squishy targets, it's pretty much just one of your empowered Qs, and you'll get a Stormraider's buff, which will turn into a lot of extra movement speed to allow you to chase them down or to run away from people. So that's why Stormraider Surge against squishies is really good, because you can proc it very easily. I guess tanky champions Stormraiders isn't the best because procking it becomes a lot more difficult since you have to burst a lot of their target's health to get the Stormraiders quite quickly. So that's why against tanks you want to go for Fervor of Battle. Now that's the masteries. Now for the item build, this is the item build I'm going to go for in Jayce. I have it set up right here. So if I'm against melee matchups, I start with a Doran's Blade and a health potion. This is going to give me a lot of sustain whilst giving me extra attack damage and health. Against melee matchups, this is useful because as a ranged Jayce, with your ranged form, you can easily lifesteal your health back up, so you don't need to get more sustain out of it. That's why Doran's Blade is more useful in those situations. Now, against ranged matchups, you want to get a little bit more sustain from... I tend to pick up a refillable potion, but you could also pick up triple health potion if you want. So, this is gonna overall give you a little bit more sustain against their poke, which means you can out-trade them eventually, and then get going that way. Doran's Blade against ranged matchups isn't recommended, because you're gonna get a lot less sustain from it, and you're not able to sustain back in your ranged form without getting poked down by other ranged champions as well. So that's why you do that. Now, the item I prefer to rush on Jayce, and I think is the best option in any situation, is Black Cleaver. This item gives you 20% CDR, 50 attack damage and 300 health. All stats you really want on Jayce. Plus the passive from this gives a massive amount of armor shred. So against anything like tanks, squishies, it's just gonna shred their armor completely and increase your damage massively. That's why I really prefer Cleaver. Plus, also with Cleaver you get the movement speed bonuses from the Phage effect. So that's why I really like Cleaver overall as a first main item on Jayce in any situation. Now, at this point, you could have like a regular pair of boots as well whilst you're building your Cleaver. Usually that tends to happen because of the amounts of gold you back with. Your boots, I usually go for Lucidity boots. These give you CDR overall quite useful. Summon spell cooldown reduction, so it reduces the cooldown on your teleport and flash, which is very useful as well. And then, yeah, overall I prefer that. In most games I'll get it. Some games, if I need to be a little bit more tanky, I can also pick up some Ninja Tabis potentially. Or if I need some CC reduction, I get Mercs, but that's very rare. And then you have to be like a little bit behind for that to actually be worth it. So usually I'll pick up the Lucidity boots. Now, up next, after Cleaver, I usually go for one of these items. Before, it used to always be Ghostblade, but since they buffed Edge of Night pretty substantially recently, I tend to pick that up in certain situations now. Edge of Night I pick against, like, ability champions, like Warwick's Ultimate and stuff like that, if you were against those champions, because it's gonna help you block a key spell when you're engaging. So if you prepare this and then jump onto the enemy, you can block like a snare, like a stun or anything like that with the shield from Edge of Night. It's a very low cooldown shield and it lasts for quite a while, so it's very useful. Also, this item gives you a lot of magic resist and attack damage. If you're not playing against anything like AP or that has those spells, I pick up Ghostblade in those situations. It gives you pretty much the same, it gives you the same damage, it gives you a little bit more lethality, and it gives you a nice movement speed boost, which can be useful. So, it's either one of these. I tend to pick up, no, I rarely ever pick up both. Like, it's very rare for me to do that. I will have to be very far ahead, and then against quite squishy teams. So, yeah, this is pretty much my full Jayce build. The Cleaver first item, I prefer that like a lot, it's really useful. Then, usually, Boots of Lucidity give you CDR. Into Edge of Night. Usually Edge of Night these days. Like, since it got so strong, I tend to pick it up more than Ghostblade. It's overall a bit more useful. Now, if you're very far ahead at this point, if you're, like, getting hella kills, then you want to get a Ghostblade here instead of the Lord Dominik's. Because Lord Dominik's is better if you're, like, going along with the curve, if you know what I mean, instead of really getting ahead. Because if you're getting ahead, Ghostblade will be more useful since it's going to give you more burst damage. Lethality is overall better than like scaling armor pen or bonus armor penetration from the other item. So yeah, in those situations I'll pick up a Ghostblade, but in other situations I will pick up the... Where was it now? Lord Dominik's instead. This is going to help you out a lot in getting increased damage. Oh, by the way, you can also get a Mortal Reminder instead of Lord Dominik's if you're against a bit more squishy champions. So if you're not against like a higher health champion, Lord Dominik's becomes pretty useless. So in those situations, Mortal Reminder is going to help you with reducing their lifesteal and overall healing, which will make it a better choice in those situations. Now after Mortal Reminder or Lord Dominik's, I will pretty much always pick up a Bloodthirster. You want to get some lifesteal on Jayce. Bloodthirster gives you a lot of attack damage and lifesteal, which is a good combination since you have a lot of armor pen previously built. So the massive attack damage boost from this is going to be very useful alongside the lifesteal, going to give you a lot of sustain. And usually to finish this build off, I'll build a Guardian Angel. Guardian Angel is a very solid defensive item to get on squishy Jayce, because you can jump into the enemy team with like a Q, like an empowered Q from a ranged form, and then walk through the field, switch forms, and then go in with a Q and burst someone like that, and then be safe from getting killed with your Guardian Angel. That's why I tend to pick those up. That's pretty much my Jayce build. Without any further ado, let's get right into the gameplay now. Alright, so welcome to the gameplay section of this guide. I'm playing Jayce top against the Riven. Riven is a squishy, so I go for Storm Raiders. I need to be careful for Twitch. They have a Twitch jungle. Twitch is definitely starting on his red buff, and Twitch is always those cheese gankers. He is typical champion that could just cheese you very hard if you're not careful. She took a lot of damage, holy fuck. Now, I know that Twitch is going to be top here in a second, so I need to be very careful. I need to stand back as far as I can. Until I see Twitch, like, somewhere on the map, I'm not going to do jack shit. I also started with the Dorans because... Yeah, there we fucking go. I fucking knew it, man, and I'm gonna die to it as well. Oh, fuck. I should have stood further back. She wasn't taking any, like, cues of actually going... Of that Twitch actually being there, so... I fucking got baited, dude. Holy shit. That's really annoying. I'm pretty sure I got ignited as well, not sure. Actually, not 100%. I might have missed that. Ah, that's super annoying, actually. Holy fuck. I was nearly hitting level 2 as well. If I hit level 2, I would have just one-shot that Twitch straight off the bat. That was just perfect timing on his end. And Riven did give it away. I told her this was gonna happen, and it still fell for it. It's fucking unbelievable. I'm stupid. God damn it, man. I just kind of put myself really far behind in this lane by just making that mistake. I should still be okay, I think. I'm gonna ward try here. No, I'm just gonna put a double ward. Oh, yeah, I really hate myself for falling for that bullshit. Luckily, this guy still hasn't backed yet, so she hasn't gotten too much from the assist lead she got. Oh, I don't have mana. God damn it. I wanted to go for that, but I didn't have the mana to do it. Need to melee form a lot of shit right now. If she goes on to me, I just eat her away. And pop the pot here. What the fuck is this shit? That guy is really greedy, holy shit. That was really stupid on his end. I'm not sure what he's doing. I'll take it though, I'll take it. I definitely needed that. She doesn't have TP either, so if I just push this in quick, then I should be okay here as well. Oh well. I missed some CS, but it's fine. Alright, I have a back. I'm gonna back and buy a Phage here. I really love Black Cleaver as a first item on... Actually, wait. I'm gonna wait a bit, like 8 gold for the refillable potion here. I love rushing Black Cleaver just because it gives you insane amounts of duel potential. Like, it shreds the armor completely, so if you use it with your ranged form W and then just go in with melee range and auto attack a couple times, you're gonna destroy their armor and pretty much one-shot them, regardless of your matchup. So that's why I really like it on Jayce as a first item, just in general, not just against tanks, but also against squishies. Well, let's see what this Riven does now, because what she just did earlier was kind of troll and give me a free kill. I'm pretty sure Twitch is stopped, so I need to be careful of that as well. Yeah. Alright, again, if she walks up to me, I'll just eat her away. I'll take that Q, no problem. I'm pretty sure Twitch is stopped, so I need to be very careful right now. Not make the same mistake I did on level 1. She knew that as soon as I switch forms, I can't eat her away anymore, so she gets a trade. Oh, I missed! Are you serious right now? Alright, luckily I have Storm Raiders. That could have ended really badly for me. Holy shit. I can't believe I just missed my Q. If I hit that, I would have killed that Twitch. I'm boosted, man. I'm fucking boosted. What Twitch ganks on level 4 like that? Against the Jayce. Oh, if I didn't miss. That would have been so good if I didn't miss. Hero away. Run away with... Oh, she flashes on me. Okay. Oh, I got him. Good shit. I did the best I could there. To out-trade the Riven and outplay her. Storm Raiders is really good against those champions like Riven, so that's why I prefer taking it. Squishies usually have a high engage, so if you pick Storm Raiders against that, you can avoid that engage. Oh, I missed the caddy, fuck my life. Recall here. Not the best back. I'm gonna buy double longsword with boots. That's my back right now. I don't have 1100 for the what's it called? For the Clawfield's Warhammer. If I didn't miss that caddy, I would have had enough for that and I would have bought that, but since I missed it, I gotta live with this. She loses a lot in the turret here still. That's pretty good for me. My CS is kinda shit though. I missed quite a lot of them. But I should still be okay here. I'm pretty sure I can just all in this Riven at any point now. Storm Raiders has saved my life twice now in this lane already, against that Twitch and against the Riven earlier. Right. I'm just gonna be patient here and let the wave sit here for a bit. Just zone her out a bit. There we go. She walks up, she dies. At this point I have such a massive lane lead that if she does something stupid like that, I can just engage and one-shot her. I'm not sure what elo this Riven is, honestly. This seems kind of troll to me. But I'll take it. I will definitely take it. Now let me shove this in a little bit more. I don't have anything to back for right now, I think. I might as well just stay. I didn't really use anything either. I only lost some mana, but I can get that back by using my melee form. I might be able to pressure for the first turret here. I think I'll do that. I'll just get the turret here. Try to make sure as much of this wave dies as possible, too. Do it kind of slow. I'm just gonna get it now. She walks up, I ear her away. Since I got first turret, I now have enough for my cleaver, so I'm gonna recall right now. Pick that up. With probably another longsword. Yeah, another longsword. I'm gonna get this and this. Run back to top lane. I'm gonna get a control ward to place somewhere like here to spot a Twitch, potentially clearing his jungle. That's the idea here. Use my E and ult switches to get back to lane a bit faster. I'm gonna TP bot. Probably a bad TP in the end, I think. Damn it. I just shouldn't have TP'd. I thought I could get there, but it was just a bad TP in general. I was just really dumb. I'm just gonna run through mid lane and see what happens. He just warded this. Oh, come on, man! That killsteal is fucking obnoxious, holy shit. Oh, alright. No, don't push you out now, man, come on. We got this shit. Where did this guy go? Ah, he left somewhere, I'm not sure. Storm Raiders is helping me catch these people by landing those Qs and then chunking them for their HP bar. It's really lovely. Against squishies it's key to get Storm Raiders like that, as you can see a couple times now. It's really, really good if you can get the proc. I'm gonna use some melee form to get some mana back here. I might back soon after like clearing this wave or something like that. Probably a good call. I might back here. I think I'm gonna back here. It's gonna pick up my I think this. I think a Dirk at this point is should be pretty good. I don't have enough mana, so I'm not gonna stay, and Twitch could be top lane. So I'm just gonna back. My TP is 3 minutes. I'm just gonna keep pushing top lane. I have it pretty well warded right here. I could get flanked, but the only one that could flank me on their team right now is probably Thresh, maybe? I think I'd one-shot the rest. Which is low though. Alright, this Riven is gonna die if she if it tries to fight me. I'm gonna sweep here because she might have warded this tri-brush. Alright, she didn't. He might walk backwards here, so I'm gonna stand in his brush and wait. We'll see what he... Oh. Well, shit. That's unfortunate. Stormraiders helping me out. Not helping me enough, sadly. Unlucky. I didn't have wards or anything, or else I could put that over the wall and potentially jump on her, but... It's all good. Just gonna keep pushing. I can put a lot of pressure on top lane right now. Which is almost blue. I mean, it's red, not as blue. He spotted my ward, sadly. I need to buy another one soon then. See what he does. He might walk up here. Oh, Riven was clearing this. Okay. I see. Whoa! Are you serious, Riven? Oh my god, that minion blocked it. I'm not gonna get him. Oh fuck! I timed it just a little too early. I wanted to do it right about when the minion was dying, but I did it a little too early. That was a really risky move on that Riven's end. Holy shit! I melee form a little bit. Twitch is probably top lane soon. Their mid is also missing, so I should back right here. Quite soon. I'm gonna back off right now. I'm gonna ask my team if I can get blue here. The rest of my team doesn't necessarily need it. So... Jayce with blue is pretty good. And they give me blue, so that's good. Alright, their combo, by the way. I used my my range W right before I switched forms to get the attack speed on my melee attacks. To give me a quick burst damage with it, and quite a bit of mana back as well. See if this is warded. I cleared a little bit. Push forms, keep pushing. I kind of lacked on farm this game, actually, shit. A little bit behind on that, but it should be okay. Twitch and Riven are bot lane. Holy shit, what? Interesting. I think I can get a top third here then. Oh, I missed. I thought he would do one step forward, but he didn't. Oh, wait, that popped my Storm Raiders? Are you serious? Holy shit, I didn't expect that to pop my Storm Raiders. I would have definitely jumped on the guy if that... Ah, shit. Oh, God, I'm dead. Oh, that was really boosted on my end. Alright, pick up an Edge of Night here. I just happen to get enough gold every time. I'm picking up Edge of Night, by the way, because spells are the only thing that's really gonna fuck me up here. So if I can get that spell shield, I might be able to survive some stuff. Plus, they do quite a bit of magic damage on their team. Lux is doing pretty well compared to the AD champions, and Twitch is very one-shottable for me, so I'm not too worried about him. Alright, I'm picking up a control ward here as well, since I have the money for it. I am gonna save my TP though, I think, for top lane. I don't need to use it. I might have to use it for some pressure somewhere. That's not TPable for me on bot lane. Yeah, it's not TPable. Hope he doesn't take my top wave here, that'd be annoying. It perfectly racked up some minions for me to get. Come on, dude, don't... Oh, good shit. Alright, I have an easy wave clear right now. My TP is ready, so if my team needs me, I can be there. Alright, I'm gonna place a ward now, since I have it. I might roam here to Lux behind her and just completely one-shot her. I want that blue buff back, honestly. See if some of this is warded. Meh, I missed my Q, but it doesn't matter too much. I should have used my Edge of Night, actually. She could have snared me under the turret. I didn't think I'd needed to use it, but Edge of Night is an item I need to get used to a little bit lately, because it's got buffed recently, and I haven't played too much with it on Jayce. So it used to be always Ghostblade that I'd get in that slot, and very rarely like a Hex Drinker if I needed it. But yeah, Edge of Night has gotten such a big buff that it's just really fucking OP right now. Alright, my team actually needs me. They're invading here. My team doesn't necessarily need me, I think, actually, but yeah, whatever. I'm level 13, doing pretty well. We should pick up this dragon here. I put my E up a little bit too late there. Pick up a dragon. Pretty good. I can probably kill that Lux in mid lane. Gonna pop up this. That's why I get Edge of Night to block that. I pop the Edge of Night to block her snare, so I can easily just walk up to her and kill her. I actually took a skill, I shouldn't have done that. That was a bit of a dick move. He had that with his ultimate and I took it. That was a really big dick move. Whatever. That sounded weird, a big dick move. Whatever, dude. Oh, come on, man! I didn't get him still, it's fine. And I'm gonna recall here, I have 3k gold. Need to spend that shit. Alright, Mark just mentioned that I get blue from... Oh, they surrender, man, come on! Whatever. Anyway, that's pretty much Jayce. You just put a lot of pressure in the early game, and then you can easily roam around to one-shot some other champions to get some kills. If you guys enjoyed this guide, please remember to hit that like button right below. Also, if you'd like to see more guides in the future, make sure to put in the comments below which you want to see, because I need some suggestions. I have a couple now, but yeah, you know, more don't, like, there's no harm in just telling me what you want to see, pretty much. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye!